Welcome to Yoga by Becca. I'm Becca, and let's get on our mats and do a 20-minute yoga workout. Let's get into tabletop position and warm up the wrists. Let's make a figure 8, and then also you can do circles clockwise and counterclockwise to warm up the body. Now let's do some cat-cows. Introduce some additional movements going backwards and forwards on the breath during your cat-cows. Get into plank position and lightly touch knees to mat. First the left knee, then the right knee. Get back into a downward facing dog. Sway the hips side to side. Pedal the feet out. Lift the right leg up, stacking the hips, bending the leg, and let's do some leg circles to warm up those hips and legs. Now step the leg through but cross over the other. Bring knees down to mat and sit back to where you're now sitting with your legs, with your knees stacked one on top of each other. We're going to now get into cow pose, or it's called cow face pose. Grabbing your hands behind your shoulder blades. Transition back into your downward facing dog, untwining your legs from one another, and lift the opposite leg in the air, stacking the hips, and let's do some leg circles on this side. Step the leg and cross it over the other, and let's sit back where now you're sitting with your legs stacked on top of each other. And let's do cow face pose on the opposite side. Now get back into your downward facing dog. Lift your right leg high in the air, touch knee to nose, then step in between your hands and raise up into a high lunge. Cactus out your arms while slowly lowering your back knee down to the mat. Slowly push your hips forward, sending your knee in front of your front toes, stretching that back thigh out. Then switch it up, put your weight to the back heel, extend that front forward into your half split, reaching your arms frontwards. Your front toes should be flexed. Now lean forward, cactusing out your arms. Lean back with your hips sent back to the back heel, straightening your front leg, toes flexed into your half split. Then go forward. Raise your back knee off the mat until you're in your high lunge again. And then try to transition into Warrior 3. This is so difficult for me, but I always give it my best try every time. Put your weight on your standing leg, send that back leg out, lean your torso forward with your hands out. Now let's get down into plank position. Take a breath in plank position, then slowly chaturanga. Lower yourself down to the ground. Cobra. Ease back down. Do another cobra. And then back into downward facing dog. Lift the opposite leg high in the sky. Touch knees to nose. Then lower it in the middle of your hands. Arms pull up into high lunge. Cactus out your arms and slowly lower your back knee down to the mat. Push your weight forward to where your knee goes forward over your toes with your arms cactused out, stretching out that back leg. Now sit back, lowering your bum close to that back heel, straightening that front leg with your toes flexed, and reach forward into your front split. Now push your hips and weight forward to where you're in your lunge. Now back into your half split. Repeat. Lower the back knee off of the mat into the high lunge and then morph into a Warrior 3 pose. Again, this can be difficult to get your balance, but just put your weight on your standing foot, extend that back leg out and your torso forward into a T shape. Now lower down into plank position and chaturanga, lower yourself to the mat. Lift up into a cobra or an upward facing dog, your back bend of choice. Lower down and then get back into your downward facing dog. Lift up your leg in the air, hips stacked onto each other, your right leg, and then try to sweep it on the side and around to the front. Straighten that front leg up, then bend it, flip out your back foot to the side and lift up, windmilling your arms into Warrior 2. And then twist your arms into eagle arms, lunging forward at the same time, holding your balance, and then slowly hinge on the hips and lower yourself down in between your legs. If you have to untwine your arms, that's fine. Whatever helps you keep your balance. Slowly lift yourself up, hinging on the hips. Untwine your arms and windmill them out back into Warrior Two pose. Flip the front palm upward and reach for the sky. Then windmill the arms down and meet your feet together at the back of the mat into plank pose. Slowly lower down into chaturanga. Lift up into your back bend of choice, whether it be upward facing dog or cobra, and then curl back into your downward facing dog. Lift the left leg high in the air again, stacking hips. Sweep it out from the side and up forward in between the hands. Lift up into Warrior Two position. The back foot is facing parallel and the front foot is facing forward. Now twist your arms into eagle arms and lift the elbows up, breathing in deeply. And then hinge on your hips and lower your torso down in between your legs, lunging deeply. Now lift yourself back up to center, untwine the arms, windmill them out into Warrior Two position, flip the front palm up and reach up and over into the sky. Windmill them down to the front, have your feet meet each other at the back of the mat into plank position, and slowly chaturanga down, and then curl up into your upward facing dog. Now curl back into downward facing dog. Raise the right leg up, stacking the hips. Swoop it down and around to the outside of your corresponding hand. I have my foot off the mat, creating some width between the legs. Slowly turn your front foot on its razor edge to open up your hips, and if you would like, press on the inner thigh to create even more space, breathing in and out deeply. Lift your back knee up off the mat. Get your feet back firmly on the ground and twist forward into this side lunge. Angle your front foot towards the front of the mat. Creating space and a deep stretch on the inner thigh. Lift yourself up, hands in the air, palms touching. And then sit on one side of your leg. The other one has pointed, flexed foot. Just creating strength. Face forward, hands on the mat. Do a side stretch, opening up the chest, lifting up that arm. Now rock on the side edge of that foot and put the other one, you can heel toe it or you can just lift it up and go into side plank, pushing your side body high to the ceiling. face forward and frontwards into plank. Slowly rock forward, chaturanga. Collapse on the mat like I did if you're as tired as I am. And then let's roll back into your downward facing dog. Now lift up that left foot, stacking the hips, and then swoop it forward to the side of your hand to create width in between those knees, creating space. Rock your foot on its edge, and if you need to, you can use your hand to sort of push your thigh open even a little bit more, creating some more space. Lift the back knee up off of the mat. Get your front foot on the mat and at an angle, and let's sit back into our deep lunge stretch. Your outstretched leg should have its toes pointed towards the ceiling in a flexed position. Just enjoy that deep stretch, and then lift up, arms high in the sky, and sit down on that front leg a few times, letting the body weight go down, and then push it back up, creating strength in the leg. Hands down on the mat, flip to the front of your mat, and then do a side spinal twist with your arm high in the sky, opening your chest to that side. Let your back leg go on its razor edge and bring your front leg to meet it into a side plank. Keeping your balance, keeping your body flexed and taut, pushing your side abdominals towards the ceiling. Now put your hands down and roll over into a plank position, and slowly chaturanga, lower yourself down. Go into your back bend of choice, upward facing dog or cobra. And then let's get into tabletop position and then transfer back into child's pose. Your knees can be together or they can be wide apart. Your hands can be stretched out in front of you, or my favorite is just to lay them behind me. Take this moment to regulate your breath. Release any tensions out of your body and let the earth absorb them. Let your head be heavy. Let the tensions fall away into the earth. Now sit up and then let's lay back down. Squeeze your knees into your chest and rock side to side, giving you a back massage. And then release into Shavasana. Just relax your body for a moment and enjoy. Let your mind go blank and enjoy the change in the energetic field within you and around you. Breathing in and breathing out. When ready, hug your knees into your chest, roll slowly on your side, and get into a seated position. Thank you so much for doing yoga with me this morning. I appreciate your time. And if you found any value in learning yoga with me today, please subscribe so we can build a community and we can support one another. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.